Good evening and welcome to Be Inspired with Pepe Minambo. Another great evening of inspiration, insights, new perspectives, and just new challenge. We started a series last week on the 5 levels of influence. How do you become a person of influence? Life is about influence, nothing more, nothing less, and nothing else. How far you've gone in life, how much you've been able to achieve in life, who you've been able to attract, who's been attracted to you in life, are all but products or consequences of influence. You can't master the game of life if you do not master the dynamics of influence. And I talked about 5 levels that people grow into becoming personalities of influence, characters of influence. I say number 1 is the position level. People follow you because they have to. You got a title, they have no choice. Number 2 is the permission level. People follow you because they want to. You have gone out, built relationships with people. You have network connected. You have had a bit of impact, significance in people's lives, and they are ready to bite the bullet on your behalf. That level 2 of influence. You influence people because you have shared their concerns. People say, I read many years ago that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's why great leaders don't ask people for their hands. They first touch their hearts, and people willingly give them both of their hands. Now, let me tell you one thing. Level 3 is the production level. Production level is people follow you because of the impact you've had in the community, the impact you've had on the organization, in the business, the transformation you brought, the perspective you've created, the opportunity, the advocacy, the championing, the change. You've had significant impacts and, just impact on people in the community, in society. It's called the production level. You have a brand, you build a reputation. Then we go to level number 4. It's called the people development level. People development level, ladies and gentlemen, is about people following you, people being influenced by you because of what you've done for them individually, personally. You have connected with them. You have enabled them. You have midwife their dreams and aspirations. I'm working on a book titled Destiny Miscarriage. Do you know how many people are miscarriaging day and night? They dream big dreams. They sow huge visions. They aspire a bigger future. But the future they waited for, they worked for, they dreamed for, they wished for, they prayed for, they fasted for, never arrived. They went to the grave broken. They went to the grave desolate. I say the 4th level is the people development level. Martin Luther King Jr., the doctor, said, be ashamed to die until you've won some victories for humanity. The level 4 is about winning victories, not for you, but for other people, enabling people, inspiring people, building dreams, and building people. I tell people I was made in heaven, packaged in Africa, and delivered to the world to be a token of inspiration for my generation. So level 5 is known as the pinnacle level. People follow you simply because they respect you. You see, you've gone through the 4 levels. You had a title, you had a relationship, you had impact on society, community, workplace, and then you had impact on people, individuals, families, and then it has earned you the respect. At that level, trust me, you reach the epitome, the pinnacle of leadership. Tonight, I want to introduce to us another theme that I feel is really life disrupting. Are you in need of a turnaround in your career or business or life? You should embrace the next thing I want to talk to you about. I just had an event last week at the Kampala Serena Hotel on public speaking. The event was dubbed Speak Like Pepe, Say It Like Minambo. And the theme was Get a Seat at the Front Table. You know, life has many tables. You have back seat tables, you have middle row tables, then you have front row tables. How do you get a seat at the front table? You've gone to school, you've acquired masters, you postgraduate degrees, and you've gotten certification, qualification. You've done a lot of program and courses that distinguishes you, but you still haven't been given a seat at the front table. How do you get a seat at the front table? Is the conversation we had last Tuesday, 16th of July at the Kampala Serena Hotel, Victoria Hall, where we had over 1,500 people from 282 different organizations. Why public speaking? I would like to talk to you tonight what it takes to get a seat at the front table. And if there is one thing that is safe, that is sure, that is guaranteed, that will get you always a place and a seat at the front table, if every other thing has failed, embrace public speaking. Why public speaking? It broadens your future horizons. It boosts your visibility. It enhances your career prospects. You see, public speaking transcends basic communications. It's about how you present yourself and your ideas to the world during job interviews and business pitching opportunities. It's about unleashing your voice and letting yourself be heard by the right people. It's about commanding the room and speaking like a master. It's about influencing decisions, shaping perspectives. Public speaking is about learning how to ask what you want in life. My experience in sitting in many interview panels over the years tells me a lot of people do not know their worth, and they do not know how to negotiate their worth, do not even know how to ask what belongs to them. And I've told people over and over again that in life, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate for. You see, life is unfair. It has never been fair. It is Bill Gates, if I recall, who said, life is unfair, get used to it. And he joked one time and said, being born of a poor father is none of your mistake, is none of your problem. But having a poor father-in-law is your problem. You made a choice. You knew the family was poor. You went ahead to marry in that family. We say that life is blind, but now the reality has dawned on you that you see life is not really blind. Okay, that's a story for another day. Back to public speaking. Broaden your future horizons. Boost your visibility. Some people are working in jobs they are not seen, they are not heard. You've been in that institution for 5 years, for 10 years. Nobody knows about your competencies, your uniqueness. Nobody knows about your distinguished skills. Nobody knows about what makes you stand out. You are not known, you are not seen, you are not heard. To advance in your career, one of the simplest advice I give to all people is always make sure you are the screensaver. You should never be in some folders that require 2, 3, 4 passwords before getting access. You should be the person that comes on the screen the moment the monitor goes on. But how do you stay on the screensaver for career advancements? There is one thing that puts you on the limelight. That is called public speaking. It boosts your visibility. Great people want to associate with you. They listen to you, they nod, and they follow your leads. I say public speaking really influenced decisions. People had their own plans, but you stood and you make a presentation and you express yourself. You created this articulation and they start seeing more in you than the rest of the world. It allows people to see more in you than usual. It makes you different from the commoners and the average. It sets you above your peers and you stand ahead of the curve. I say, such is the power of public speaking. As we come back from the break, I will talk about the benefits of public speaking and why you should embrace public speaking in your life. I told people at the Kampala Serena a week ago that, look here, 80% of all the success you will have in life depends on your communication skills. It doesn't matter your field of interest. Be it architecture, you could be a neurosurgeon, and let me tell you, you could be a physicist, you could be a teacher, a business person, an accountant, a natural scientist. You could be in any field, you name it. But I say 80% of the success you will enjoy in life during your lifetime depends on your communication skills. 80%. People invest in education, they invest in their dressing, they invest in entertainment, in birthday parties, in weddings, in holidays. They invest in so many things, but not on their communication skills. They work hard on their jobs, but they don't work hard on themselves. I tell people, stop working hard on your job, work hard on yourself, because 80% of all successes in your life will depend on your communication skills. And I like saying this, life is unfair. Most of the time, the right jobs are held by the wrong people because the right people could not speak during the interview. They couldn't just speak. They got the acumen, they got the IQ, they got under their sleeve the expertise, they got the experience, they got the qualification, they got the credential, but they come at the interview, it can't come out. Now, if the world was fair, they would have just looked at your papers and say, get a job, but they still have to call you. You still have to face an interview. You still have to speak and express yourself. And unfortunately, you fell short. They put you on the side. They say you go on the side because the more you speak, the more the panel is confused. The more you speak, the more they lean forward. They are stressed. They say you sit aside. They call the next candidate. The guy doesn't have half of the credentials you have. They don't have half the qualifications you have. They've never been to where you have been. They've not mastered the skills you've mastered. Up here, they are empty, but down here, my goodness, they speak and the boats start seeing more in them. They speak and the boats start connecting the dots. They speak and the boats start seeing them in real action. They say, this is the person we've been looking for. Unfortunately, they get the job. Half the world has something to say, they can't say it. The other half has nothing to say. They keep on saying it. And the world believes in them. Just remember, 80% of all the successes you'll have in life depends on your communication skills. That's the reason why you should embrace public speaking, not just for you, even for your children, if you want to give them a head up in life. We'll be right back after the break.